All right, hello and good evening. We all are waiting for the team selection for the home series against Sri Lanka, and the T20 squad and the ODI squad both are going to be announced later today, possibly next couple of hours. Although I'm sure the selectors or the people involved, they must have made up their mind as to how the team would look like in the new year, that is 2023. So a lot to talk about. How do the selectors go about this this new T20 setup, or is it going to be a new setup, or will this be an old wine in a new bottle?
What is the information that you have?
Same as you have.
No, I just saw your tweet. Just tweeted that possibly this thing can happen, possibly that thing can happen. So
these are all possibilities.
So for the benefit of our
for the family members, if you could let us know.
I just wanted to know. In fact,
so who's going to be the T20 captain?
The same player who led your team in the last T20 series.
Hardik Pandya.
Yeah.
Are the seniors going to be part of the T20s? And I'm not talking about rest.
No, I think they will not be considered.
So that is when you say the new era.
The new, hopefully.
Who's going to be the one-day captain?
Rohit Sharma, of course.
There goes everything. The catch.
I'm just. So these are all.
Just what?
See, these are all possibilities. There could be a last minute.
Is this a
change.
hunch?
No, that's what because we've been talking about this for the last 1 or 2 weeks. In fact, we've been talking about this for months now.
Diverting everything.
No, I'm not diverting. This is what possibly you also wanted to see. I think everybody wanted a new setup in T20 cricket. That is what everybody, that we have to have a new fearless approach where you have the youngsters who are playing Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, IPL with the utmost fearlessness, and now you should draft them in when they are fresh and maybe the best years ahead of them, rather than going back to the same set of players. I know they've done a lot for Indian cricket in all these years, but will the selectors do that?
I mean, we've been wanting that to happen since not even this year. I would argue since 2021, we've been saying that no, this team needs change.
Since the World Cup exit.
Since the 2021 World Cup exit, since the group stage exit, we've been saying that look, this team needs fresh blood, new blood, and we didn't really see that this year. Are we going to see that this year now, at long last, 2023?
Is the wait over?
As in?
Is the wait over?
As in WAIT or WEIGHT?
The former.
Wait as in for the selection announcement?
No, for new blood to come.
Yes.
I would go in with the second one. The weight is off the shoulders now. You may not carry excess baggages. And I'm not saying that any player would have been an excess baggage. But once you start afresh, that is when you set new goals.
Correct.
So if you don't set new goals, you may continue playing the T20s much the same way as you'd been doing before, which never brought you luck,
Correct.
which may have brought centuries or runs or wickets for people, glory for them, millions and millions of dollars in the IPL. But the fact is, when you talk about the Indian cricket team in the T20s, somehow the results have not come. And if you want results to be in line with the modern day T20 cricket, you would also need the modern day T20 cricketer in your team.
Correct.
Who is selfless, who's ready to take on the world, who's not bothered about his own reputations. So I think that is when you start afresh, you have a clean slate.
So are we saying here that that's the kind of messaging we're going to be getting in a couple of hours from now?
It is inevitable. It's just that it has been delayed. It can't be denied.
Fair to say that the humiliating loss, the nature of the loss, let's say in the World Cup.
He's the man.
He was there for the World Cup.
No, just saying, was that what I'm trying to get to is, was that the wake up call, the nature of that defeat? Or this is...
It was a reality check which we had been avoiding for such a long time. There were murmurs around the corner. People in in hushed tones did speak about this problem, and now maybe you have a sample size that's good enough for 2 T20 World Cups that you've seen, 2 ICC events, and now you realize that maybe this is the time that you make a change. By the way, both Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, a lot of people would say that why are you just singling out these two particular? There are a lot of other changes as well. I don't think there will be any Bhuvneshwar Kumar in that T20 team, led by, of course, Hardik Pandya. So, because I think there will be, if you drop Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli from that, I'm using that word specifically, that because if they both are not part of this T20 team against Sri Lanka, that means they have been dropped, irrespective of whoever says what, that they have been rested. Rohit Sharma is still not fit,
available. Yeah,
was not available.
I think Rohit is available. I don't think there is any doubt over his availability.
Fitness now.
Yeah, no, he's available. I think he's available. He is available to play. Let's say hypothetically, if 3rd Jan would have been your first ODI, Rohit would have been available. So you can decipher whatever you want to. I don't think there's any shame in admitting the fact. It's not like you drop a player from a format. I think the understanding was, and I don't know what happened. The understanding was this year that this World Cup will be the last hurrah for a lot of players.
Correct.
The T20. And I think some of the players had told the board that, okay, let us play. And after that, you can then look at the 2024 World Cup in your own manner. I mean, hypothetically, if India had won the World Cup, even then I feel that there would have been a change in the Indian team.
Correct.
Even if they had been the champions. And now that they're not the champions, and twice in as many years you failed in this format, so it is time to let go of certain players who would be much more suited to the one-dayers and the test matches. They've got a lot to contribute, and I also would want to know from the three of you and those watching us. On the one hand, you say that this workload management, it is so difficult to play in 4 formats. The IPL being the fourth. So if you give up one format, does that not suit you? Then why is it that you
want to cling on to?
You want to, in the garb of workload management, you want to sit out for 4-5 months in a year, yet you're not willing to give up on a format.
It's a classic case of having your cake and eating it too.
Yeah.
So, whenever the team selection happens, it will be interesting because see, Rohit Sharma will be available for the in his capacity as the ODI captain. I'm sure he will attend the meeting, the selection committee meeting, and then Hardik will be the one most likely who will attend the selection committee meeting for the T20is. So that is there. And what about others? Jasprit Bumrah, I think, is still recovering. He is closing in on full recovery. So I think hopefully he will be fit for the last one day only. So it's better to skip the last one day, in fact the entire tour entirely, and then go with the New Zealand home series, which would mean that he would be available from that home series against New Zealand. Just in case, if he insists, if he says that I am available and I want to play, or at least want to be available for the last one day, even if it is just one game, I would give it a go. So that's one thing. But I was reading that Meet Sony's comment. Yeah, this one. So he's saying if Chetan Sharma does a press conference. Oh yeah. Okay. Can anybody ask him one thing, that can Virat go and play Ranji Trophy and get some runs? Last time Chetan Sharma. Okay, that's so.
I don't know if there's going to be a press conference. I don't think there is any press conference.
This time around, no?
For a while now, there's not been any press conferences.
There ideally should be, because the selectors have the right to explain.
Exactly.
They get criticized even though they don't go out and bat or bowl.
Correct.
It's the players who do that. The coach also will have his thinking, and it's the selectors who cope up with all the blame.
Flack, exactly.
So if Chetan Sharma were to come out and address the press conference, I think you can ask him certain things.
Exactly.
As far as the Ranji Trophy is concerned, I believe you were telling me. I believe that.
No, I'm
who
sure.
was telling me?
I
Somebody
think
was telling me.
I think
that
everybody
the
would
selectors have
encourage.
now told the players that you need to play Ranji Trophy. Now, when I say they've told the players, I don't know. Is Virat Kohli part of that
Category.
Can any selector or any captain or any coach go and tell Virat? That I don't know. And again, like I said, on the one hand, you say that you've got to rest while the international cricket is on. Because of the workload management. At the same time, how do you expect a player to go and play in a Ranji Trophy game? I think it comes from within. If you think that before the Australia series, the test matches, if Virat or any player can go and play a couple of games, it'll suit him. Definitely suit him.
So what do you think should be or
But
will
then
be
in
the?
that case, you're not going to be a part of then let's say the Sri Lanka series. in that
See,
case.
one game started today in Delhi.
Yeah.
This was Delhi versus Tamil Nadu, a critical game for Delhi
Yeah.
against a good side, Tamil Nadu.
Tamil Nadu, yeah.
They've lost one
in extreme cold conditions.
Correct.
We were at the Kotla, both of us today, and this game is being televised on TV also. So the point is, he could have played that game, tested himself, maybe could have hit a century in these conditions.
And Tamil Nadu, by the way, is a good team. Huh?
They're very, very decent
They
side in
have
domestic cricket.
some, Washington Sundar was there. Then you have Vijay Shankar is also
I
there.
think Jagdishan would have been playing for them. too.
Jagdishan is also there as wicketkeeper. So they have a good team. And Delhi, they lost their first game and I think won against Assam. So even they have a lot to prove. But as far as Ranji Trophy goes, I think the selectors have always encouraged players to play domestic cricket, irrespective of whether it is Virat Kohli or anybody. I remember, because that is one of the reasons why some of the players who have done so well in IPL have not been picked also, by the way. Because some of these players, they don't want to play domestic cricket. I can understand, a player who is a regular in international circuit can always say that, there's too much of workload and we are playing international cricket all the time, traveling so much. They can still give an excuse. But there are some players who are not ready to play even the Ranji Trophy. So they have not been picked. So selectors, everybody has always encouraged players to play Ranji Trophy, irrespective of whether it is Virat or anybody for that matter. Anyways, there was a question. Is it? We can take that one. Anyways, so what do you think will be the 16-member squad?
See, difficult for me to pinpoint the players.
I'm just asking. Your guess would be?
So start with the selection if you want to.
So Ishan Kishan certainly will be there.
Rishabh Pant will be there. Shubman Gill, I don't know. T20s, I have my doubts.
So who's
But
your
then if you're
opener?
not going with Rohit, I think it's fair to say that Shikhar Dhawan's not in the scheme of things.
No, this is T20s.
Exactly.
Yeah,
then,
T20s.
then Gill would be your first backup.
So
I
Gill
think,
then.
For
any of the openers.
I have my doubts.
No, but who are the openers?
Rishabh and Rohit? Rishabh and Ishan?
Ishan Kishan.
KL
Who are
Rahul's
the-
on leave. Yeah.
Who are the other ones?
No, I'm just asking you.
No, who are the contenders, yeah? The likely ones.
So Hardik Pandey is definitely leading this
If
team.
Hardik is the captain,
Okay, you have
Surya Kumar Yadav will be there.
Number 4.
Deepak
Absolutely.
Hooda should be part of the team. So you got 3. Rishabh Pant, Ishan Kishan 5.
Then
Uh,
Hughes should be there.
no,
that's
batsman.
okay.
Jadeja.
Shreyas Iyer, of course. Shreyas
Shreyas
Iyer.
Iyer.
Jadeja,
6.
if he's back. I'm sure he would be by now.
I don't know.
no, but Jadeja has been picked so many times and with a rider. You
If
always
fit.
see an asterisk right next to. But I think now he should be.
I think Jadeja and Bumrah could be the only 2 players, senior players, who you could see in the 2024 World T20 depending on their fitness. I mean, the rest would be the Iyers and the Surya Kumar Yadavs and the Hardik Pandyas and Rishabh Pant and Ishan Kishan. maybe missing out on a couple of
Deepak
batsmen.
Hooda will be there
Deepak
for
Hooda
sure.
will be there.
Bumrah, I think, may not be available for the
for
T20s.
the series.
Deepak Chahar also.
Deepak Chahar is not fit.
I'm not
Fit.
too sure. I'm not
He's
too
not-
sure.
No, I don't
he's
think
fit.
he's in
But
that
we're
radar
talking
right now.
about the new look T20i team. Deepak Chahar makes it there.
Where is he? Is he fit?
That's the problem.
Do you have any confirmation on his
If we
fitness?
speak about Sanju Samson though,
Sanju Samson, yes, yeah.
Sanju has
Of course,
to be there.
Sanju has to be there.
Sanju Samson.
There's been clamour around
Justice
Sanju
for
Samson.
Sanju Samson.
Yes.
Shubman
Yeah,
Gill, I have my doubts. T20s. I think you should let him play ODIs and test
What about
matches.
Jagdishan?
Do not confuse him.
No.
Could we be looking at him?
No, yaar, Jagdishan, I'll
In
be.
the why not in the 16-member squad?
Not a chance.
But you already have.
3 wicket-keeper batsmen, exactly.
So if you have
We have
Sanju
Pant, Kishan
Samson,
and
you have an
Sanju.
Ishan
But
Kishan
then
also.
you're looking for a backup opener as well, right?
They'll-
Okay, we'll just quickly take these ones. Shivam. Yeah. Arshdeep,
Of course.
have you included him?
Hey, Arshdeep will be. I'm talking about the
Obvious choice,
batting.
Prithvi Shaw.
I doubt.
I doubt, unfortunately. Prithvi
I don't
Shaw,
think,
I think
Prithvi
needs to
Shaw.
change
Shivam.
some of the things that.
Arey, we
The
can take
selector-
them there only,
Prithvi Shaw
yaar.
has the numbers right now to,
Well, it's, I think
Numbers.
it's
Be a
beyond
contender
beyond
right
the
now.
numbers now.
Shivam?
Exactly.
with
Beyond
him,
numbers.
with him.
Beyond numbers.
Okay. Okay. Mehak Dhanju from Australia. I don't understand
Why you don't say?
why you don't say that KL Rahul should also be out from the next T20 World Cup. He has been a huge failure in the last
I
T20.
just said that among the seniors, only Jadeja and Bumrah
Which means
could
KL
survive.
Rahul also misses out.
Could survive.
Yeah.
Even though both of them were not part of the T20 World Cup. But among the seniors, I said I
They're the
think
ones who fit in best, yes.
Okay, and secondly, I'll come to this Ashish. Ashish will come to your question also. But KL Rahul, I would have been interesting, if he would have been available for this home series against Sri Lanka. It would have been interesting what the selectors would have done with him also, because I think he also needs to be. They need to send him a message too, and possibly I think he has also already got that message for somebody like Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma. When we are saying that they could be dropped from this home
I think the
series.
one good thing that the selectors did was to stand on their own feet. Once the team for New Zealand was being selected, and everybody knows that your coach wanted KL Rahul as the captain, and he was pressing upon the selectors to make KL Rahul the captain. And among the senior players, they all said KL Rahul has got the capability. Unfortunately, he didn't have the runs.
Rahul Dravid.
KL Rahul.
But is it then the end
So
of the
then,
road for
no,
KL
no,
Rahul?
no.
Because
Then
what does he do? You've not picked him. He goes into
yeah,
the
he
IPL.
didn't have the runs now.
He didn't right now.
No, he will go to the IPL.
He will go. He'll again score runs as he always does.
Are you
What do
sure?
do?
Are you sure?
He's been doing that on a consistent basis.
I mean, to be fair,
Things. My.
Hello?
Wait.
Ah.
Where's my phone?
कागज पेन दे देना यार।
Not the repercussions of my tweet, I guess. Anyways, okay. Ashish is saying all journalists, can't mix. All journalists tweeted Virat Kohli has asked for rest. Not a fan, but Rohit had 2 bad World Cups. Not VK, even fitness. I repeat, 0% fans want KL Rahul in T20s. 40% want Rohit. 80% want Virat Kohli. I'm not too sure if Virat had asked for rest.
I don't get the arithmetic there.
I'm not too sure. Because Virat, I think in the next few weeks he will be available for the ODIs, I guess. If he has asked for rest, is it only for the T20s? Because I'm not too sure if Virat has asked for rest or not. Nobody, I think both Virat and Rohit, they are fit and available for the entire home series against Sri Lanka. And possibly it remains to be seen if the selectors drop them.
Also, I see no reason for either of them to need rest right now. They were rested for the New Zealand series anyway.
And then they played just 2
one
ODIs.
series right now.
Yeah, the Bangladesh series.
Rohit,
That's
for
it.
that matter, wasn't there for both the T20, both the Test matches. So I see no reason of there being any workload management issue over here, or either of those, being extremely, exhausted because of international duties. Aman Bhatnagar.
Take Denmark.
Okay, so Aman says that one, the BCCI official said Pant is not out of form, but we will consider him for ODI and Test, and Ishan Samson will play for T20. And for KL Rahul, that BCCI official said days are numbered for white ball.
I guess we'll only know for sure once we see the team.
Absolutely, which could be out any moment now, maybe in about another hour or so. And like we always do, we're going to be the first ones to tell you what that team news looks like. But what we are picking up is that the selectors now are taking a stern call. They are taking the hard call after back-to-back exits from the World Cup for Team India, a humiliating one in 2022 and a rather early one in 2021. And finally, we've come to a situation that a hard call is now finally going to be taken, and you might see a new look Team India under Hardik Pandya. It may not be said in those many words, is what
But that's
we
what it
understand.
will most likely be.
But that's what you're looking forward to, at least for the next 8 to 10 months, as far as the shortest format of the game goes.
Are there any more chats? Yeah. Okay.
Alright, Akshay. Sir, you planned 2024 team. I bet my 100k. Okay. VK might not play any T20i till ODI World Cup. If he goes big in the ODI World Cup, not a chance. He'll not play 2024 World Cup.
He will.
He will bet.
I don't know. I think
We'll
he's-
cross the bridge when it comes, Akshay. But as of now, it seems a bit unlikely. And what if the players that you've picked in your T20 setup, if they are getting runs, they are winning you matches, will you drop them and get a Virat Kohli? I agree. Any deserving player, whether he is Virat Kohli or anybody, should get his chances to play in the Indian team, to represent the country at any of the ICC event. But then wouldn't it be unfair on those who've been scoring runs, who've been getting those wins for India? Wouldn't be unfair on them, and that suddenly you get Virat Kohli into the T20 setup, having not played any T20 cricket for almost 10-12 months, and you get him directly into the team for the World Cup. Siddharth Arora ji, let's not use those kind of
that word
words.
though, but we understand what you're trying to say here, Siddharth, and of course, as close followers of the game, supporters of Team India, we all feel let down by our players at times, but let's not stoop down to using such words. They've done something right to be able to do what countless people along the way don't even manage to do.
Do we have more comments?
So yeah. Right, the family members clearly.
Arey, we can't take that. Hey. Band karo.
So
I think there is.
Oh yeah, I think we missed Ruturaj's name.
Nah. I think They tried
Could be in
him. They tried
contention.
him for the Indian team. He
So
unfortunately-
what we can do right now is we'll go into a short break, because we are expecting the team to be out in next maybe an hour or so.
any minute basically
Yeah.
at this point.
So at least some update. So I hope you guys have subscribed to Sports Today, because if you haven't, just go and subscribe to Sports Today, because the moment you have the team or any update that we have on India's team selection for that home series against Sri Lanka, you'll be the first one to know about it. So for the time being, bye bye.
We're taking a short break, but we'll be back with the latest. Thank you so much.